Howdy, Everett Johnson here, Texas Saltwater Fishing. Welcome to the November issue of the magazine. First things first, goodness gracious, am I ever glad to see the weather cooling off. It's going to do wonders for fishing, and we've even been getting a little bit of rain. Some parts of the state getting more than others. I think drought is going to continue to persist in some areas, many areas perhaps, but for right now, we're enjoying what we got. At least the highs are in the high 80s to low 90s, and over the last week or so, that's going to work wonders for fishing. So moving right along, it's November, it's fall. We've got great fishing and hunting opportunity, and I know that our readership includes lots of hunters. We got lots of people anxious to see deer season kicking off. We've got the second dove season going to open. The first one closed the end of October, and another late dove season is going to open in December through January. We got waterfowl hunting, first split of duck season, first Saturday in November through the Thanksgiving weekend. So we got a lot on our plate. Time to cast and blast, or time to get out there and find that muy grande whitetail. Okay, on the back on the trout regulations. Talked to you last month about scoping meetings. So by the time you see this, the meetings will have been conducted. Now, why were they conducted? Okay, so at their August meetings, the commission advised the Coastal Fisheries Division, after having numerous comments about the trout regulations going back to 5 fish with a 15 to 25 inch slot with one longer than 25 per day. A lot of comment about that, so the commission instructed the Coastal Fisheries Division to schedule scoping meetings, find out what the people had to say, and they will be taking all of that feedback under advisement when they reconvene for their November 1 and 2 commission hearings coming up here in a couple of weeks. We might see new trout regs. The recovery of the fishery in the lower coast seems quite advanced compared with the middle coast. A lot of middle coast anglers are expressing concern, and people say TPW only gives, they never take back. They don't listen to us. They don't care about that. Well, you know what? That's not true. They're taking your comments to heart. Now, what about new regulations? If that actually comes to pass, my guess will be sometime next spring we could see a return to 3 fish. Don't know what the retention slot sizes will be. Guessing maybe a shorter, lower slot this time. Somewhere's in the 15, 16 inch minimum up to maybe 20, 21 at the max. There's a lot of talk about a trophy tag, kind of like we have for the oversized redfish. A lot of balls in the air, a lot of questions to be answered. The only thing I can tell you is keep your ear to the ground, keep reading the magazine. We're going to bring you all the information we can as soon as we can bring it. Now, let's get back to fishing. We are getting incredible reports of the abundance of slot and oversized reds in the bays, on the flats, even in the backwaters from Sabine all the way to South Padre. That's good news. Some people are also saying that they are doing very well on trout. Others are still struggling, especially in the Middle Coast. Now, what can we be doing when you get out there? If you read before you go, you read our report and forecast section for your portion of the Texas base. Our contributors are going to give you lots of good info on how, where, and when to get out there and find those reds. And we want you to have fun. We want you to practice good safety. We're going to have some more northers coming. We've already had a few. They've been mild. And the stronger ones are due pretty near any day, maybe starting mid-November. So before you head out, look at your marine weather forecast. There's no reason to be caught on the wrong side of an incoming norther, and believe me, I've been there a couple of times. It is not pretty. It is quite dangerous, actually. So safety's the byword, especially when you got youngsters on the boat. There's no fish worth somebody's life or losing your boat over it. So get out there, enjoy the great outdoors, whether it's going to be hunting or fishing or both in the same trip. We call that cast and blast. We just hope everybody has a great November, and practice safety and be kind to your fellow outdoorsmen. Adios. Good fishing to you. Before I forget, I almost did. Happy and blessed Thanksgiving to you and yours.